I do want to ask you about SummerSlam. Of course, the big takeaway on Saturday night that everybody was talking about was Seth Rollins. After we had heard he was injured,
Mhm.
it turns out it was just an angle. We were working the boys and working the sheets, and we're all doing it for the new WWE Unreal series. I'm sure that'll be a part of season 2. But Seth Rollins, after a 30-minute match where CM Punk became the world champion, just a couple of minutes later, we see CM Punk drop the title to Seth Rollins on the cash in. And I saw mixed reactions online. Saw some people saying, "Oh, this was predictable," and "Oh, I hate the cash ins." And but I also think, hey, if they're pissed off, that's kind of the idea. What do you think of this creative? Seth Rollins is your new world champion.
Well, he got them talking, and that's one thing that you can't get too much of. Your fan base, your excuse me, your marketing base, reacting to the creative, and they motivated the audience to make an emotional investment in what was going on. Uh, so I liked it. I thought it was very, very well done. I thought the reveal that Rollins was healthy uh, and this whole thing was a ruse was extremely well done. Great creative, great facials, great body English, all that stuff. I kind of felt bad as a friend to Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk, because he didn't get to be champion long, but I think he proved that he's got an audience, he's got a following. So we'll see how that works out over the long haul. I'd say he's in real good shape by the looks of the roster and his popularity. I'd say that CM Punk is in very good shape in WWE right now.
Yeah, I think so too. I assume that we're going to see another layer of this Seth Rollins CM Punk story. I, for one,
You should.
hope that we get a Hell in a Cell that rivals the one that Punk had with Drew McIntyre. I think you could put it up there with one of the best Hell in a Cells of all time. So looking forward to what's next there. But what everybody was really surprised about was the way they handled John Cena. On Friday night, after, I don't know, we're 6 or 7 months into this heel turn, he just abandoned course and said, "Hey, my bad. I was wrong. I'm a good guy. Please cheer me. I want to be regular John Cena again." And fans embraced it. And even his entrance on Sunday night, they started with like the heel Videotron and it immediately switched to the John Cena we all know and love. And I thought they had a terrific match, he and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Much better than the whatever you want to call the WrestleMania main event. I think SummerSlam was actually better than WrestleMania, certainly with regard to the Cody and John Cena match. I heard someone say it's the best match John Cena's had in over a decade. I don't even think you can argue that. It's a fantastic match. But when it was over, Cody Rhodes was the world champion. But unfortunately, that's not what everyone will remember. They'll remember when that music hit that we thought we'd never hear again just a few weeks after Daniel Cormier had said, "Oh, Brock Lesnar's on the banned list from TKO. He is back." Dave Meltzer is reporting that he was cleared by the WWE's legal system 3 or 4 weeks ahead of this return. So their attorneys, based on what everybody's saying, believe that the case that Vince McMahon is facing will wind up in arbitration, which means that, well, there won't be anything for Brock Lesnar to do. There's no criminal charges, but there is a civil charge. And a lot of people who've paid attention to the way TKO has allowed the UFC to manage some of their troubled athletes and their off the field antics, they think this is a pattern with TKO. They take a look at guys like John Jones and Conor McGregor and even Dana White and see what happened and what was kind of quietly swept under the rug, and we just moved on. And so people are kind of, I think, understandably frustrated on some level. Like, hey, we don't know what all's going on here. But in the moment, as you see in the background here, even on the photo, wrestling fans, including our buddy 2K, Bryce Yang from 2K, right over Brock's shoulder.
I just noticed though, you're right over Brock's left shoulder. Bryce is a good guy.
Tremendous guy. People were shocked, Jim. They didn't expect to see him back. And that's what wrestling fans like. They like surprises.
Yeah.
That was kept quiet from everybody, including the commentators. When you saw Brock Lesnar was back, A, were you shocked? And B, what do you make of this online reaction?
I don't know if my egos will let me say I was shocked. but I was certainly surprised. And if you want to use shock, then that's fine too. It's accurate. It's might be a little extreme, but I was very surprised. He was massive. My God, he's big, and he's not sloppy. He's tight. Body's tight. He looks like he's been working out. All those guys want to pump. They want their arms, and they're going to do things to blow themselves up a little bit. That's fine. It's all aesthetics. It's all showbiz anyway in that respect. So, but I was very surprised, and I thought, boy, what an interesting way to end this show, because it's going to pose more questions than provide answers, and that's always a good formula.
Lots of people were upset about Brock Lesnar's return, mentioning that he was named 44 times in that lawsuit, and they're listing some other off-the-field problems he's had throughout his career. And Triple H seemingly looked to, I think, get in front of this a little bit. Maybe. Where he said something like, "This is John Cena's wish list." It's him writing the last chapter of his book, and I think people saw a conversation with us where he said, we'd have to screw it up pretty badly to ruin his career. But it's not about that for me. It's about John being able to go out the way he wants to go out, to write his chapter. I know what that's like as a performer. I know what that's like for everybody to feel that. And I think for John to be able to do what he wants to do, one of the very first things I said to him is, who do you want and how? And we're working through that. So it feels like, right afterwards, he's saying, hey, this is what John wanted. And John, I feel like, almost played not it the next day, because he said something along the lines of, I've been saying the same thing for 25 years. They deal them, I play them. I'm just really excited. We got like 12 of these things left. I think SummerSlam was an indication from the audience where everybody kind of knows where we're closing our book. And just because I close my book in December, that doesn't mean the WWE closes its books. They got to continue their programming going forward. So they're just trying to make the most exciting shows for the fans. A dozen of them I got left. They deal them, I play them. I've always liked that about John Cena, where he doesn't bitch about creative. He just goes and does it. And as Dutch Mantel would say, run the play. But it feels like everybody was sort of not wanting to address the unhappiness with the Brock Lesnar return, even noting that WWE strategically with this event decided no more post-match pressers. They instead did a post-show, but no more press conferences where reporters can ask questions, because they would have been asking questions about Brock Lesnar. They would have been asking questions about Triple H standing at Donald Trump's shoulder this past week. WWE, do they have a PR problem right now, Jim?
No, they don't, man. They got it. They get their talent booked on some of the damnedest things. The thing with Triple H was, I thought, a coup. It's a great photo op. It looked good. It sounds good. It fits Triple H's personality, and he fit right in that group shot that many of us saw last week. So their PR machine is rolling, and so whoever's involved in that department right now, I don't have any idea, deserves an attaboy or attagirl pat on the back, because they're winning their wars.
Don't we all love summer vacation, relaxing, laying out by the pool, barbecues, hitting the beach, doing, nothing? Well, how about a summer vacation from your house payments? With SaveWithConrad.com, you can do just that. Reduce your monthly payments by making the equity you built up in your home work for you. You can roll together those high interest rate credit cards into one lower monthly payment, and perhaps access some of that newfound equity to turn your house into your dream home with no money out of pocket. And how about this? You get to skip your next 2 house payments. Go right now to SaveWithConrad.com. Let my team run the numbers for you for free. There's no obligation, and if we can't help you save some cash, we won't waste your time. And did I mention we're offering a 3-year guarantee right now? That's right. That means if at any point interest rates improve over the next 3 years, you get a free refi. That's right. No new lender fees from us. So you get to save money now without wasting money later when the rates improve on a whole second set of closing costs. Why not go to SaveWithConrad.com and get a guarantee? Save money now and save money later with your friend in the mortgage business. That's me, Conrad Thompson at savewithconrad.com. Shoot me an email at conrad@savewithconrad.com. Give us a call at 888-425-0105 or get yourself a quick quote. Even talk to a live person right now at savewithconrad.com. NMLS number 2129, equal housing lender. Let's take a summer vacation from house payments at savewithconrad.com.